So what do you guys think about Ayatollah Kushner? And before I get to that, this administration has been very clear. The Iranian war, it's not about regime change. Pete Hegseth said it. Marco Rubio said it. The Pentagon has been consistent in saying it. No regime change. Of course, reporters then asked Trump who should run Iran next, and he said, and I want to quote directly what he said, "Most of the people we had in mind are dead." And I'm going to tell you what I think about this because the details on this are only funny if you know the punchline. The administration is claiming that this isn't regime change while simultaneously running out of candidates for regime change because they bombed them to death. Trump told reporters on Tuesday that he, quote, has been involved, end quote, in picking Iran's next supreme leader. He said the Ayatollah's son is unacceptable, and he compared the situation to Venezuela, where he went in and kidnapped the sitting president and replaced the president with someone more to Trump's liking. So Trump's candidate pool is thin. He said he had people in mind, but now most are dead. And now he's saying he has another group. Quote, "They may be dead also," on reports. "Pretty soon, we're not going to know anybody," end quote. Meanwhile, Trump keeps calling it a war. Hegseth keeps calling it a war. In his pre-recorded statement before the strikes, Trump called it a massive and ongoing military campaign. But of course, war is illegal without congressional approval. So in formal policy settings, the word war, it's getting avoided. And this one doesn't have any congressional authorization, so you can't call it a war. So the current plan for Iran's political future, if you're keeping track, the people we wanted in charge are dead, the exile candidate, he's out, and the Ayatollah's son is unacceptable. The Intercept is describing this perfectly. Quote, "There is no plan." And here's the part that is genuinely worth thinking about. We know that Trump sent Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff to negotiate with Iran right before launching the strikes. And right now, with the supreme leader dead and the succession line in chaos, Kushner is somehow still involved in this Mideast diplomacy. He's a real estate developer. So the man who turned his entire foreign policy portfolio in his first term into a real estate pitch, flew to Saudi Arabia, came back with $2 billion for his investment fund, is helping shape who runs the Iranian government next. And I think it's not off the table, Ayatollah Kushner. I'm saying that it could happen. And we're still going to see this, no matter what actually happens. The administration went in without a plan for after the war. They're running out of preferred candidates. The people that are doing the political architecture for post-war Iran include the president's own son-in-law, who already has a documented history of mixing diplomacy with his own personal financial interests. And look, we've got to say the right words here. It's not regime change, and it's not a war. It's just selecting the new regime while we're at war. I guess those things are completely different now.
They called it closed, filed away, forgotten. But some truths don't stay buried. Time doesn't erase guilt. A reckoning is always just around the corner. A death in Arcadia. Justice has a long memory.